Hey everybody, Mark Ellert here, and I'm back. I know, it's been way too long. I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to post any content for a while, everybody, but I got my reasons. Trust me, I didn't forget about you. You guys kick ass. I love you all. Thanks for hanging in there and keeping it sexy. I've just been wrapped up in a lot lately. I've been busy. I've been keeping myself busy. Some of you may know about my new relationship. I got a kick-ass girlfriend. It's a serious commitment. Been spending a lot of time there because it makes me happy. That's my new relationship. Also, some of you know, I've been going to school to be a peer recovery support specialist. One of my goals that I've had for a while. I'm doing it, baby. I'm doing it. Almost done with my training. December 7th is my last day of training. This upcoming week here, literally, I'm going to be a trained peer recovery support specialist, and I'll have my credentials, and I'm going to start getting out there in the field and just working, baby. Maybe helping people getting through their rough times. I'm going to be a recovery support specialist, and I'm going to love it. Using my tools, baby. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, is because I'd used some of my own tools recently to help me through some rough times. I want you guys to have these tools, and I want you to be able to help yourself when you need it. Some of you may know about my background. The holidays aren't easy for me. Right now, with the holidays coming up, it's really bringing some stuff out that I got to unpack and deal with. My family dynamic is just messed up. And this year, especially, I had a goal. I had some stuff I really wanted to work on. I had some stuff I really wanted to hash out and wrap up and help take care of some of my trauma and everything. But to be honest, this year that goal just recently fell apart. The last couple of weeks, it didn't happen. It basically fell apart, and it's not gonna happen. It's not plausible. So me having to bury that goal, it messed me up quite a bit. I've been very emotional about it. But that's why I'm sharing this video, everyone, so you guys can have some help with some of your own goals and things. Because this goal, it was a goal of mine, something I wanted, and now it's not obtainable. It's physically not possible. So it's not fair for me to beat myself up over it. I tried, I did everything I could, and then it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I can't go back to it and just keep looking at that goal. Why didn't it happen? Look, I can't go back in the past. I have to accept that it's something that I can't do anymore. I tried my hardest. So I don't want to torture myself over something that's not possible. You know, one of those things that you can't do. You don't want to stare at that and tell yourself and ask yourself why. Because that's the thing. Basically, when I was first dealing with this, the negative talk started happening. It was all me asking questions and me doing me statements. It's why me? Why did this happen to me? How come no one wants to help me? Why does my life end up like this all the time? Why me? So it's me statements. So when I'm doing that, first of all, I'm asking questions. I don't like those questions. I don't want to hear them. Second of all, I can't answer those questions. And even if I could, I don't like the answer. So it's all around why am I doing that to myself? Also, when I'm saying me, making myself me the subject of the sentence, that's really emphasizing the emotion more and making me the subject. That's really just exponentially making it worse and making it why it's my fault, making it me, coming down to me. So that's why it's really not fair for me to actually blame myself and just really just torture myself, because that's what's happening. When this goal fell apart, I was under a lot of emotional distress, and I was gravitating towards that emotion. I felt like I needed to feel that emotion, so I'm feeding it more and more and more. But again, why torture myself? It's not fair to keep digging that hole farther. It's sad this goal didn't work, but I can't fix it. There's nothing I can do, so it's not fair to torture myself. It's not fair to ask those questions and make myself the victim and the subject. Why me? That emphasizes it so much. So a good thing to do here, people, is to change those statements around, and actually, rather than saying questions, make them into statements. Don't say why me, because you're asking it and you're making it so bad. Instead of doing that, make I statements. Be like, hey, I had a goal. I wanted to do this. I tried. I did this. I did this. I asked for help. That's the whole reason why my goal didn't actually work, everyone. To be honest, I did everything I could. I needed help from family, and I needed help to sort some stuff out. When I asked for it, I wasn't getting it. So that's why the goal fell apart. That's not my fault. I did everything I could in the ladder of steps. So when you're dependent on someone else and they don't follow through and it falls apart, it's not your fault. Not your fault to blame yourself. That's why it's good, again, to come back to those I statements. I did this. I did this. You can reiterate everything that you did right rather than blaming yourself. And it comes down to it. I asked for help. I didn't get the help. That takes the personal away from it. You asked for help, you're trying everything you can. You didn't get it, it's not your fault. That makes it more neutralized. It's you asked for the help and you didn't get it, that's not your fault. You're not trying to blame anyone, you're just trying to take that negativity away from you. So remember, everyone, it's a goal you had and you tried your hardest. You did the I statements, you set all the goals. It didn't work. Don't stare at that goal and torture yourself and make it worse. Don't beat yourself up and just go nowhere with it. Respect the fact that you tried your hardest. Move on to a new goal. Put that goal away and accept you can't do it. Put a new goal and then try to go towards that, and don't just wallow in it and ruminate about it and destroy yourself thinking about it. The cognitive distortion, the negative talk, the asking questions, the me, the blaming, the I could have, the should have, the would have, the cognitive distortion, having such a negative view about it. Because also, again, those people chose to not answer your questions. That wasn't your choice. You asked for help. You were honest and asked for help and did everything you could in the situation. Because you can't do it, it's not your fault. It wasn't your choice for those people to ignore you, and it wasn't your choice for those people to choose not to help you. So you have to take the personal away from that. Again, the I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I could have done this if they would have helped me. That's not fair to do that. Don't do the I could have, because if they would have helped me, that's not your fault, because that's again on them. That's the they. It's not fair for you to torture yourself for what they didn't do. Don't do the shoulda, coulda, woulda, because that's the past. You're staring at the past that you can't fix. Just respect everything that you did right. Look at the ladder and all the steps that you took. Make the I statements and give yourself the power. That's what's nice about the I statements, everyone. When you're doing the me statements, you're making yourself the subject and the victim. When you do the I statements, you're making yourself the noun. And it's also the one in control. You're in control. You're the one making those statements. So you got the power, baby. It's like, I'm the man. I am God. That's right, baby. You want to take it that far. I am awesome. That's the way to do it, everybody. The I statements. Empower yourselves. Give yourselves the power. Remember that it was your choice. This is what you're doing. You're the one in power. You're in control. You made these goals and these things. It's not your fault it fell apart. Use the I statements, baby, that you are awesome. I am awesome. Remind yourself the I statements. Remember that you're in power. You're in the chair, baby. You're driving the car. Don't let other people take control just because they didn't help you and think that they have control of your life. When those things don't work out, when you ask people for help and they're not helping, move on from them. Move on to a different resource and try to get help somewhere else. Don't put your goals to rest just because people won't help you. Do I statements like, I want this. I'm asking for help. I'm not getting it. I'm moving on. Move to a new resource and get your information somewhere else, or do what you can. And when you can't get that information from someone, know that it's not your choice. That's not your choice. It's on them. There's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing you did wrong. It's not your fault. Please don't blame yourself. This is a third party involved here. It's nothing to do with you. You are awesome. And everybody, remember this. You kick ass. And I love you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today, everybody. Remember, I am awesome. I'm the man, and so are you. But everybody, I statements, baby. That's the way to go. Keep it sexy. Make good choices, everybody. I'm going to catch you on the flip side.